Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Three Men and a Vape Show, and it is Wednesday, and we're doing well. We've got 2 weeks in a row, as you just saw last week. Unfortunately, Les Wardle passed away. Absolutely corking bloke. He was one of the Patreon family. I've had so many good giggles on a night time with him. Absolutely wonderful bloke. So he's going to be really, really missed. Not only was he a part of Three Men and a Vape Show and Little Bro Vapes, he was a part of a lot of other people's shows. And he had such some brilliant stories and such a great sense of humour. And like I said, many a night, me and the Patreons, and even just me and him, we've sat there and had a good old giggle. He didn't really drink, but when we used to do our meets every month, which we are going to get back to doing, we used to sit there and he'd have a quick bud with us. But yeah, a wonderful, wonderful bloke. His funeral is on the 7th of September. It's a Thursday. If you go over to his Facebook page, his partner's put up about where it is and all the details. So yeah, rest in peace, buddy. Big love to you all. Thank you very much for everybody who has joined us on this wonderful Wednesday evening. It is a little bit sweaty. We've got a full banging show for you, ladies and gentlemen. Just before we get on to what we've been doing this week, we have got Caster's questions. Yes, Ask the Caster, actually. I did nick it from the UK Vape Show, which is coming back tomorrow. Vic's feeling a lot better. So if you haven't already got your questions in, get over to the Facebook page. If you're not a member yet, I will make you a member because I've got it just here. Get a question in there. Also, your hand checks are up there as well. We've got your deals. We've got loads. And also, we will be doing your fantastic Rochford Project giveaway. Make sure you get over to the website. 15% off all the way up till 12 o'clock using 3 Men Vape. I think I got that all out there, didn't I?
You did, only one go. It's been Tuesday.
Mr. B, how are you doing, brother?
I'm a bit gutted. I ordered like a commemorative band to wear for Les, and and it came, and I think I might have ordered the wrong size.
Yes, that might fit over your little finger, maybe.
Yeah. So for tonight purposes, I'm going to wear it there.
Yeah. Obviously, no, don't say that, Aidan, about cock rings. It's not really good, is it?
No, I don't think it'll fit. might be a bit too big, to be fair.
Have you had a good week?
I've had an alright week. It's been a bit of a weird one this week. Obviously, with Les, but now this is a thing for me. I didn't know Les well, but it was a weird one because obviously I'm a big wrestling fan, always have been. And 24 hours before I heard about Les, 2 big name wrestlers died, like Terry Funk, Bray Wyatt. Then all of a sudden, Mrs. B messaged me, "Have you heard that Les Wardle's died?" I'm like, fucking hell. What's going on?
Yeah.
Is Putin going around knocking people off on quiet like? It's just weird.
It's been like that. Obviously, we lost Parky as well the other week. I'm sure people have been doing the thingy watch, the David Jason watch. Make sure you keep doing that. But yeah, it is. It's just been a horrible thing. And like I said, Les, funny man who had a fantastic sense of humour. Have we been back in the gym this week? I know obviously with your dad it's not been too great.
Well, Dad's obviously ill, but to be fair to him, he's a proper soldier. And even though he's going through some serious illness troubles, I'm not going to what, but you can probably guess. He's still taking me. I'm having to force him to lie on the sunbed whilst I'm doing things. Sun lounges.
Yeah.
But so he's not like swimming and exasperating himself, but he's still taking me, still being a massive help. So yes, still been swimming. Got me other things and bits to do. I've also started CBD again, which is, I forgot how much that stuff really helps. That's because I've cocked my shoulder up somehow, and the CBD has really helped me get enough movement to swim again.
Yeah, a lot of people have used that for numerous of things, for sleeping, for pain relief.
It was Sam that sorted it for me. We have next door but one, so it's not next day, next door over. She'd get CBD, and it was her that actually got it for me. And it's some 20% CBD stuff, and it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Again, like other stuff, there has been, I don't know if you've seen it, Mark, there has been illegal ones coming out, the ones with actual THC in them.
THC in it. Lovely stuff.
THC jellies making everybody
They've been
giggle.
knocking around for a while, they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the actual shop's selling them.
Mm-hmm.
So they must be importing them from somewhere.
Because coppers don't give a shit. It's like, I'm going to go arrest someone who's selling CBD, or I can go arrest a proper criminal. Really?
Also, you can get naive shop owners as well that don't realise it's the
Yeah, the wrong one.
stuff. It's
That's
just
what
a
I'd
good-
do.
They
I'd
just got a
play
good
dumb.
deal on them.
I would just play the. It's got what in it? It's like, I just thought it was CBD, officer.
Saying that, there was a massive big strike, wasn't there? They got a load of tobacco gear and a load of vaping gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was happened this week.
Well,
It wasn't too long back. They had another one. It was the biggest counterfeit crackdown for years or ever.
I had to laugh. I read on Twitter there was a guy in Blackpool who had a multi-story building, and the coppers raided it. On every floor, there was like £1 million of cannabis on every floor, just growing. It's like that must have been there for a good 10 years, and it's taking until now to raid it. I can just imagine like a queue of people outside the building going, "No!"
You love that. Yeah, you quite imagine a guy, the chopper copper going over the top, going, "That building's glowing." Oh, it's all right. It's just got central heating on.
Aliens are real.
Yeah. Brother, it has been a week, my dearest, oldest, only brother. How's your week
Yeah.
been?
Pretty much the only brother.
Yeah. Well, you've got long hair. You just need the tits now, and you could have been my sister.
I've definitely got the tip, trust
How's
me.
your week been?
We've had a very quiet week, I've got to admit. We had a lovely bank holiday long weekend with Mrs. So, yeah, that was lovely. Not been doing much else besides really getting into practicing on guitar and getting back into that. So,
I know you said it's going to be like next year that you're going to really be doing it because you're doing your practicing and writing bits and bobs. But have you got a site up already, or is it not there yet?
Nothing's there yet. I've got Facebook that I've altered. That was originally the solo one, but that's now the named band one.
Are you going to tell people the name band? Or are you going to wait for it?
It's Little Soul Eric.
Little Soul Eric.
Yeah.
And where's that come from?
The last 30 years, I've been called Little Eric.
What? Because you look like Banana Man?
No, it's because I play
Eric Clapton's
guitar.
biggest fan.
Eric
Oh,
Clapton.
Oh, Eric Clapton.
No, everyone's called me Little Eric. They call me at work Eric. I'm not called Mark at work.
Is that a little bit like Red Dwarf? Everybody calls me Duke, but don't call it out because it's he's such incredibly brave.
To be fair, I got an only fool and horses about my name's Rodney.
All right, Dave, no problem.
Call me Big Man.
Bigger, call me bigger. He's obviously incredibly brave. I love that one off of Red Dwarf. It's absolutely fucking brilliant.
So yeah, everyone calls me Eric. I've been called Eric ever since I've been in the aggregate industry. So, and everybody knows me as Eric. So I thought, and then I thought, I wanted to sort of like a bluesy kind of name, and I thought Little Soul Eric, and I thought the soul, obviously soul on, and that'll keep.
So
that.
it's not LSD, it's LSE.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. I can't wait for it. Obviously, we've been together, obviously since I was born, but we've sung together.
Yeah,
and
I've known you since you were born.
I've known you since you were this age.
He's always, both of us, we've always been into his music, and the amount of times he used to lock himself in his bedroom and play with his guitar.
That's what it is.
Oh, come on. Can you remember the days that we used to have...
I've only got a little twanger.
We
It
couldn't
works well.
afford a
and I play with
mic.
it.
We had a little speaker, didn't we?
Yeah, he used to make he obviously we're an old speaker, and he made that into a microphone. I think you've still got the recording somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Wheel Mile Back.
Yeah.
Wheel Mile Back. Yes, we used to do that. And Heartbeat, we used to sing that.
Wake up, you're snoozing.
Yeah, wake up, you're snoozing. Yes, he did. Marty Saunders did a lot of strumming in his bedroom.
Today on Two Old Farts and a Confused Person.
Which one are you?
Well, that's we'll define that one later.
Don't forget, like I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Rochford Project giveaway a little bit later on. Get over to his website. And also the wonderful Coil Clout. Go and check them off. Check them out. Use Little Bro 10. Gets you 10% off as well. Well, bro.
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, obviously last week we did say to everybody the replay. And we did have a few people on the replay. So I'm going to play my bumper. Yes. People on the replay. Yes, I'm going to play it twice because I love it. People on the replay. So, my dearest brother, people on the replay.
Right, let me just drag it up.
Drag it up? I thought you had to get out a big A4. Right.
No, I'm trying to go all technical and keep it all on the computer.
How does it go?
Fine.
Big thank you.
I'm very analog. I am very analog.
Yeah.
I'm old-fashioned and analog.
He's getting digital, though. He's getting digital.
I'm trying.
I've still got fucking rainbow in my head with you now, Marley. I've only got a little twanger.
I saw that one.
With it.
I've only got one.
Did you ever see that? I'm sorry, I know we're going on to the replay. Did you ever see that joke that there was Zippy? There was Zippy, yeah, and Bongle, and that they were all stood there, and this woman comes up and says, "What's your name?" She says, "My name's Carmen." She says, "Why do they call you Carmen?" She says, "Because I like cars and I like men." She says, "What's your name?" He says, "Lager Fanny."
That is a proper James Bond villain name.
What, Lager Fanny?
Hello, Miss Lager Fanny.
Yeah. Starts lobbing his hat. No, don't say that.
No.
Right, people on the replay.
Right, we have got Paul H. Great show, lads. Big thumbs up, smiley faces. We've got Craig Bolt. Great show, guys. Big thanks and another thumbs up.
Ooh.
We've got Vaping Big. All
Did
right.
they miss a CH?
Sounds like a biro to me, but there you go.
Vaping Big.
Vaping Big. Vape life matters.
Does.
Statement. If I ever heard one.
Vape
And then
life.
we've got Mark, the wonderful Mark H. Have you got a code for this? Replay Ranger. Thumbs up.
Replay Ranger is actually the Northern Vape show, isn't it, on a Sunday? Come on, Mark. No, I don't mind that. Another Benny Vapes shows, they're lovely there. We do have a good giggle with them.
There you go. And they are the people on the replay. Next week, I want you lot to do a lot better than this.
I'm actually a bit depressed that nobody put a tongue twister in.
Yeah, nothing.
I'm going to have to break out some alter egos in comments.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to.
But once again, thank you so much for everybody who has put it on the replay.
Thank you to the four
But next
people
week,
who
like
got
Mark said, we'd like a little bit more content because we actually do need it, if I'm honest with
we've
you.
got an hour to fill here, people.
Yeah.
Well, we've got quite a lot on today, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a lot on. We have not only got the hand checks, we've got the caster's questions or ask the caster. Yes, we have nicked it. And also we've got your deals. So I don't know how long we're doing.
Can I just say something before I go any further?
Yes.
Vaping Bic is a reviewer from the Netherlands.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't know that. Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself over to the Vaping Bic. Go and give him a subscribe.
I'm keeping many cultural comments to myself right now.
I wonder if he does it in English or in Dutch.
Good, dude. I tell you what, you know, we were talking about liquids earlier. I've got a liquid here that is. Have you ever had that thing of pleasure and pain that comes in equal amounts? This liquid is the perfect example of that. This stuff. It's called Loaded. Lovely taste, but my God, does it feck your coils? I literally have to. When I'm changing cotton, I'm doing it every day, and there's like 3 millimeters of black shit on top of the coils, and it made me wonder if that shit's going on the coils, is that shit going into your lungs?
Well, obviously that's a build-up of sugars, isn't it?
Exactly. So obviously he's got more sugar than me, but it sort of made me wonder if all that shit that's getting onto your coils, and we're talking 3 millimeters of it, it took me like 20 minutes just to scrape it and burn it all off. Is that shit going into your lungs?
There's
The
got to be
percentage must be.
There's got to be a percentage that breaks off, surely, especially if you're using an RDA.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I've got the
Even a
this beast
a
in it.
tang. The
But
percentage. will-
it's an interesting thing when you talk about all the anti-vapors and all the idiot flat earthers and all that shit. Makes you wonder if this is when we talk about innovation and things like that. Maybe this is something an area they need to look at.
Yeah, you used to get a lot of that, didn't you, Mark, with the Malaysian juices when
Oh,
they
God,
when
yeah,
they
they were
started
terrible.
hitting the market. They were really really bad for that, and you've even had a point where your wicks fell apart as well because it were that bad.
Well, this stuff is like acid to wicks. It's weird.
Imagine putting it in a stock coil then.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, obviously, if you put this into a sub-ohm tank, it's going to burn through that coil in, I'm guessing, a day
A few
or two.
days,
Tops.
easy.
But when we always talk about innovation and things like that, we've got all these idiot anti-vapors running around. Maybe the innovation that the vaping, whatever you call the manufacturers, need to go down is
Where's
this
loaded
sort of thing.
maids from? Is it American? Is it
Loaded, I'm guessing it's American.
Yeah, I think it is American. I think they did. What were the other juice that they did? There were two people who made it. I did one of me like my third review, and it was like that bubble gum. You know what used to get a sticker with.
I mean, there's well, there used to be loads.
I can confirm it is. I can confirm it is American.
It's probably flawless. Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, it's just it just made me think. I thought, while I was cleaning the coils for like every freaking day with this thing, it just made me wonder, is that shit going into my lungs? And then I thought, well, hang on a minute. If it is, let's say it is, and let's say it's a problem. Let's say it causes a problem. Is that not a way for the manufacturers to address innovation? Could that
Yeah,
not be a
it's
way they go
what
down?
you'd have. Obviously, we have stuff like spit guards and things like that on things. That's the sort of thing you'd have to
But
go down the
spit
line
guard-
of, wouldn't you?
But the thing is, if it is let's say it's going in on the microscopic scale inside the vapor, spit guards wouldn't do shit.
Thanks ever so much for everybody who's gone over there to the Vaping Bic and give him a subscribe. It's always nice. Vaping Bic, give us a message, mate. We'll get you on the show. We should have had Mr. Khan on, Jason, this week, but I was a little bit late getting in touch with him. So we'll be getting him on next week, fingers crossed. But yeah, you're right, Mr. B. A little bit of innovation. Here's the thing: is it getting in? Are you sucking it in?
Well, it would certainly help against anti-vapors and shit, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If let's say OOOO, we'll choose OOOO, even though it's Vic's most hated brand, but we'll use OOOO as an example. Let's say they brought out a pod device tomorrow that says we have taken steps to filter out 99% of particulates in the vape from the sweetness in the juices. Would that not be something to use against the anti-vapors? Make vaping look more safer?
Wouldn't it be better if the juice companies didn't put?
So much sweetener.
Well,
in it.
then they wouldn't taste as nice, would they?
Or maybe come up with an alternative 2.0,
Yeah, come
which
up
makes
with
sense.
no-
Well, don't they use things like stevia and things like that as sweetener as it is? So what alternative is there to that?
I know, sir. What's the one that Spire come out with? I did a review on it, and they actually put like a cigarette filter at the top of it. Obviously, that would filter it out.
Exactly. But maybe it just dawned on me. It was just a question that ran through my head. Is that not a way? Because we're always saying, look, there's no innovation in vaping anymore. We can't think of a way for these people to be innovative because they've done everything. Well, maybe they haven't, and maybe that's an avenue for them to go down.
Jason sat there.
I tend to
Obviously,
agree with
Jason's.
Bunny there though. Use better quality concentrates.
Yeah.
If you're using cheap blooming ingredients,
Well,
I don't
that's-
think it's the vape side of it that needs the vaping companies. It's the actual e-liquid manufacturers.
Well, it's just like Jason
It's
said.
better
Obviously,
quality.
Jason's the mixologist over there at Zeus Juice, and he's saying there you don't have to you can produce flavors without heavy sweeteners.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Normally,
this is
you
something.
find that an e-liquid that's heavily sweetened means that the actual ingredients ain't that great, and that's why you get cheap juices.
Well, to be fair, Loaded isn't a cheap brand, and Ultimate Puff is another one. That's a well-known brand, but their juices just kill coils for fun. They're
Yeah,
like
but
the
they are a
mortal
budget-
enemy of coils.
Yeah, but you are talking about a budget range.
Well, saying
Yeah,
which
budget
isn't
range.
a budget range, which was always well known for a coil killer, was Elements.
Yeah, elements. Yeah.
You really back in day when obviously.
Oh, that orange one. That orange was terrible for it.
Yeah, they were proper coil killers.
Pud wasn't kind to my coils. It wasn't as bad as this, about half as bad, but still, Pud is a not exactly a cheap brand.
No, I think nowadays a lot of people are trying to emulate the flavour that they're getting from a disposable.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to get that because you've got to admit the flavour off a disposable is pretty good.
Some are shite.
Some are terrible, but some of them are really good. I'm not quite sure how they actually get that and not be able to put it into a bottle. I did have one from Crystal Bar, their actual juice line. I got them from Expo, and they were one of the closest. Zeus Juice is really good as well. Theirs are really close. Their new line is really good.
With me dad's issues, he's now gone into vaping full time. He's stopped smoking completely, which has been a godsend. But he's really loving the Vampire Vapes range. That's the one juice he says he can do constantly.
Nothing wrong with Vampire Vapes at all. And they've been one of the biggest mainstays in the vaping community for a lot of years.
Donkey's years.
Have you seen the videos of their actual factory, the way they're making the juice? It's mind-blowing. It's like something out of like I was almost going to say like a laboratory, but it is a laboratory. But you've got all these massive stainless steel vats where the machines, everything. It looks really cool.
I've met them quite a number of times at the award ceremony. A right nice set of people as well. They were lovely to me. Ladies and gentlemen, like we said, we've got a jam-packed show. We're going to go straight on to the hand checks.
Oh, we are we? You ain't paid me enough for that.
It's that time, people. It's hand check time.
Big screen time, people. Big screen.
Steph Green.
Don't forget, if you haven't got your questions in yet, ladies and gentlemen, get your questions in. If you aren't a member of the 3 Men in a Vape Show Facebook page, get over there now, and you still have time to get a question in.
I've not seen any of these questions yet, so they better be good.
No, I ain't seen any of them.
Right. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, vapers of all ages, 18 plus. Obviously, if you are under 18 and vaping, please don't. So, here we are with the 3 Men in a Vape Show Facebook group. If you want to be a part of the handshakes and show off your lovely mods, come and join this group.
Mr.
Yes?
B, you want to turn off your messenger?
So it is. So they're asking if I'm okay, though. Jesus. It shows a bit of niceness.
Mark, you've just proper pissed out there because I was just about to fucking send a dirty message.
Well, I've told you about sending me your OnlyFans photos. I don't want to do it anymore. So, if you want to get in, join the group, and job's a good one. So, this is the weekly post for the handcheck time. We have got 11. I'm just going to refresh this if there's any more, because I am good that way. 12. One more. See? Right. We're going to start off with William Dobson. Look at that little beast. Oh, I wish you'd tell me what it is, though. Is that an Asgard on top? I think it is. I think that's an Asgard on top. I'm not sure what this
like
is.
an Asgard.
Is that a Remelu?
I do like them ones, you know, the mods where you can actually see through them. I really do like that. I'm not too keen on that colour itself, but I do like that.
I like the matchy though. He's done a bloody good job there. You got the stainless steel, sort of stainless steel sides with it. He's done a good job on that. I think that looks pretty cool. Moving on. Are we actually going to take a stab of what this is? We're just going to leave it out there.
Cicero's saying that it's the Lost Vape drone. It does look like the one that came with the Swanky.
It's got a DNA. I think it's got a DNA because of the 3 buttons. That's usually a sign it's a DNA. Usually. Moving on, we've got Ben Martin.
It's the Rulo DNA with the Asgard.
Look at that. Ooh. That is lovely. We've got some Dark Star, the Relentless Purple Monster.
A little bit of the flat cap there.
Yeah, I was thinking
Funnily enough, I have a nickname for that as well. Moving on, the Relentless
he had I think he got 3 of them made. I think he gave them all away.
Good on him. Somebody's doing a plug for Blood Rippers.
Yeah, it's Bogan's juice.
It's what, sorry?
Bogan's juice.
Bit of Bogan.
Oh, Bogan's
It's Secker's tits.
Right. Fuck ticks and munchies. Everyone is bloody brilliant. I know it's Sean, but still, he's our version of Bogan. Moving on, we've got Martin Saunders. I like this. That is nice.
That is beautiful.
That is something special.
That's a nice little purge.
I'm just going to leave that on the screen just for a minute, just so you can soak that in.
Now, Mark, obviously that would have had to be. How would they have actually made that? Would it be by hand, by scribing, or would it have been a mould, or how would it?
That's engraving, mate.
Engraving.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, CNC engraved.
See, so that, like when we were talking about the prices of stuff, that's when you'd sit there and go, that is worth its money for somebody to have done that.
Absolutely. When you get to artisan stuff like that, it's worth every penny. Oh, we've got a Billy Lee Rice. I nearly called her Billy Joe Rice again. A Pulse V3 Squonk with a nitrous RDTA, vaping some gorgeous strawberry swirl from Licious.
Absolutely fantastic, that juice as well. I love her setup, and I say this every time as well. I love it how she got all the boxes named.
Yeah. I wish I was half that. Like Nicky Maynard with the Steam Crave Hadron Pro with the Steam Crave Aromarizer V3 with some Naughty But Ice Pink Lemonade. Naughty But Ice.
Nice.
Moving on, Chico. Look at him sharing his little mods.
Good God.
Voltrov 38V2 and the Wise Skulls Yggdrasil.
I really like that.
That's still one of my favourites. I love how he's ghosted the skulls into it. It's beautiful.
I did like as well the insert that he did show on one of them, what actually went on. Is it actually on that still?
Yeah, the insert into the tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think that works so well. He's a genius. Jason Kahn with the Asgard on top of the Lost Vape Hyperion running Clio Kiwi Passion Fruit Guava. My old
really nice. Bit of Nessie.
Zeus Juice. Moving on.
Really nice.
Got Jason Kahn again. And for my Nixels, I'm switching between the Oxford Pro Slim and the Artery Pal 3, both running Cola Ice from our Bolt range.
Really do like that Cola Ice. It obviously my impression of it was sort of like, that little bit of an ice pop that you get, the juice at the bottom of an ice pop.
Yes.
It had that sort of taste to it. Really, really nice.
What I like about cola ones usually is when they use that old school cola flavour. You like cola cubes.
Yeah.
That's the sort of cola I like. It's
yeah, that's
very rare I have one.
You're there.
Well, there you go then. Cola cubes.
We've got a video.
Jane.
We've got a video.
We've got a video, folks. No, I pressed on the wrong thing. Don't take me to Jane's account. There we go. It's taking me to Jane's account. Son of a bitch. I got backwards. There we go. Right, play. Ooh,
that is really, really nice.
Got a bit of the shiny.
I think Bunny would like that one.
She would.
I can see a bit of disappointment in Adrian's face, though, and I can guess why. She's posted wood behind it rather than a wood, rather than a bit of wood.
That'd have been a lot better if she'd been laid out on a rug.
Although you do like a bit of wood from time to time.
I do.
Cody Vogler.
Only my own, though, Mr. V.
Well, that's debatable. Cody Vogler, my new die codes, 18350 SBS with the AER RTA and my die codes 1850 side by side with the tripod 2 RTA.
We are posh, aren't we?
That is very posh. I love the board. It's a really nice looking board, aren't they?
It's one you don't see very often. I've got a die codes device and I love it. But it's basic for that reason, but they're very reliable. It's the best way you can describe a die codes. They don't like getting juice on them though. They have a real problem. You get juice anywhere near them. They're like the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm melting. Graham Miller. Look at that.
Oh wow!
And he's put that's AI.
Yours?
Is that AI or
that's an AI mod. He's created that through an AI mod. I work a lot with AI, and AI is amazing for things like this, especially with conceptual art and that. Can you imagine having a mod like that?
Isn't it very Games of Thrones?
Yeah, that is
I
beautiful.
thought it was more Chinese New Year, but okay.
No, I can see what you mean, Mark. No, I think that's really, really nice.
Yeah, you could see the mountain carrying that around, couldn't you? Hang on, Martel, stop the fight. I just need a bit of a vape. Pulls that out, jobs are good.
Yeah, you had like a little button on it and two like knives pop out of either side.
Oh, right, okay, you want to go that way. Well, there you go, folks. There are your lovely, lovely hand checks. Thank you very much. If you want to show your mods off next time, you know what to do.
I think the winner really... Well, we moved on the screen now. I think the winner was The Purge, myself.
The Purge, what Billy Lee writes.
Yeah.
Billy Lee has got them all.
No, it wasn't. Was it Billy Lee's Purge?
James was quite nice.
James, yeah. I like The Purge, though. I'm not really into
The
that.
Purge.
Sort of
Billy
stuff as
Lee
well.
Rice's Purge has always
I'm
been.
bound to like a purge. I like a purge.
He
Oh,
likes
it
a
wasn't
lovely
Billy
big
Lee's Purge, was it? No, the Purge was... yeah, the Purge was wonderful. You know about the engraved one?
I like a purge.
You like a Purge.
Gotta have a purge.
There's no wrong with lovely Purge, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me.
No,
for
there's
the-
nothing wrong with a purge.
So I haven't got a bumper for this, ladies and
Mrs.
gentlemen.
B would love to purge me sometimes.
We
Get
have
on
Nick.
those.
We have nicked this off of obviously the UK Vape Show, which is coming back tomorrow. Vic is back from his operations and feeling a lot better. So we are back tomorrow. So I thought I'd nick this. We are doing Ask the Casters. See how I changed that around? So the first question, ladies and gentlemen, for all three of us. Whose job is it to normally come up with content to talk about?
None of our jobs. We just do it off cuff. We are that clever. We don't speak until 5 minutes before the show. We turn around and go, right, lads, let's do this. And then whatever comes to our mind, whatever bollocks we want to chat about, it just starts at 8 o'clock. Think of it like three mates meeting in a pub.
Yeah.
Exactly what it's like.
It's obviously
I mean,
carried
we
on.
don't even know there's going to be a show until about, about 4 o'clock.
See, on the days, you see, Mark, it's like your show. You actually have a day when you meet up, don't you, on a Monday, and you have a discussion.
No, we
you,
haven't done that for years.
And yeah, but Mark used to do that. They all used to like meet up on a Monday, have a conversation about what they'd do on the show. But when we had last Summer Vapes, we never did that.
No.
What we used to do is used to just turn up, and that sort of like moved on to obviously that's what we do on the UK Vape Show, and that's what we do on here. You just turn up, and probably sometimes it does come across like that.
I mean, with our show, it's sort of like after the show on a Thursday, we might sort of like, has anyone got any ideas about for the next week? And a topic might come up, or a topic might come up in the week that we think, yeah, we'll talk about that. But that's about it.
It's rare when that happens, though. One thing, like I think it was the vaping dispensers that came up during midweek, and we posted a link in the group. Went, have you seen this shit? And then that was all that was really said until the show, and then we went.
I think sometimes if you plan too much, it loses that natural.
It's not organic anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like on your Thursday show, you normally have a point, don't you? Right, we're going to discuss 80s, whatever it is, or we're going to do this, or we're going to talk about that, or we might have a juice to review.
See, we look at it this way. Our chat kind of veers us as well.
Yeah.
So whatever chat's talking about, it's sort of like that kind of veers where the conversation goes. I mean, we can start off with one topic, and by the time we've finished, we're talking so far left or so far right from what we actually originally started from, which is brilliant because then it's sort of like a group thing.
Well, and we've obviously we had sections on here, like when Flat Cat were here, when Mr. B with the deals. We've always had sections, but yeah, it is. You get on a conversation, and that's where you go from there, and it could be anywhere. And like you said, chat brings up a hell of a lot of it.
Sometimes you can not realise it, but you can end up having a conversation about a certain topic that carries on longer than you expected, and it's sort of like you can get really in depth about it, and chat gets in depth with it, and it ends up being a really fantastic show when it's like that.
Well, we've had it where people, and we've watched other people's shows, and people watched our shows, and they then go off and talk about it on their shows, and it carries it on because it's been an interesting topic. Plus, the amount of times that we've had a nice, not heated, but a debated discussion. I think a lot of people like watching that as well. I'll
Only
wait for
when
it to
they
say
think
something
I'm
then.
wrong. I never am, but they think I am. And then it's fun just watching them go, oh no, you're wrong. Well, I'm not.
I think it adds to the show. Yeah, Cicero, we've only got the 60 watching and only 20 thumbs up. Come on, people. Get the thumbsy up.
Is that the only question? Or
No, we've got some more. Thanks a lot for that. And that's from Ben Martin.
I thought we got away with an easy one then.
Martin Saunders, lovely bloke. What's your favourite setup of all time? Mod, Atomizer and Juice. I think we should go over to my wonderful brother first.
It's got to be my Purge Slam piece. Believe it or not. Whoa, I'm trying to think. Kind of what I'm setting up. I've got the Valkyrie on top of that. My favourite juice ever is Lemon Lush by Rochford Project.
Mr. B.
Mine's an old school one. It's the original drag with the Cleto sub-ohm tank.
Cleto, very, very nice.
That was my favourite all time. It's what stopped me smoking. It's one I was truly heartbroken when it finally gave up the ghost.
My favourite was, and it's again, it's just a middle of the road mod, but it's, I don't know if I've got it here. It's the Max from Geek Vape. It's got an inbuilt battery, little tiny mod, made really for mouth to lung, and it's got the X tank on there. The Z tank, but mouth to lung version. Yeah. Really love it. Long battery life, really nice mouth to lung, or restricted direct to lung you can get from it. And I was taking that everywhere. I need to get some coils for that. And my favourite all-time juice is Moko Yatsu Bolt, but obviously I do love the Lemon Lush. And the one that sort of took over from the Lemon Lush was the Jam. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's probably the best jam I've ever tasted in my life. That is gorgeous.
It's strange. I was just thinking then, while thinking back to the Dragon, the Cleto, ever since that died, I've been chasing that to get back to how that felt, and never been able to do it. Never been able to replicate it.
Let us know as well in chat about what your favourite setup is. But do you know what? I don't know if you've ever had this, Mark, but going back, you'll remember when I bought it. I bought the Cool Fire 4 with the iSub tank, and you could at that point get Moku Yatsu Bolt. And I remember once sitting in bed watching television, and we went early. We know when Dark Nights come, so it was about 6 o'clock. And I went through probably the full 30 mil of that. But it were perfect clouds at probably about 30 watts, not even that. Yeah. And the flavour were just banging, and I thought, this is just nailed on. This is just nailed on with the iSub. Have you had that, Mark?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, there's been loads of vapes that you try and replicate, but you can't.
I'm sat here thinking I actually miss that original drag with the Cleto sub-ohm, because there was something about that Cleto sub-ohm tank that was just special. It didn't run on massive wattage, so it never killed your batteries. And it just produced this lovely cloud of excellence that has never, ever, ever been able to get near since.
I tell you what I once did as well.
Cleto tanks, you know.
The Cleto tank was amazing. I loved it.
I tell you what I once did. I think I was running out of juice at one point, and I just had like loads of little bits. You know, you get loads of little bits at the bottom of stuff.
Oh,
and I just dumped it all in.
Special brew.
I just dumped it all in and thought, sorry, it'll be all right. Shook it up and then vaped it, and it tasted absolutely gorgeous. It was like a rainbow of flavours, and I thought I would never be able to replicate that ever.
Jessica and Cleto was nice when the coils didn't leak. See, my coils never had that problem. Probably because I went through them quickly. And I have a thing with sub-ohm tanks. The very second I taste even the hint of burn, I swap out the coils.
I don't know, I'm a bit of a cheapskate. I think I can get over a bit of a taste with a bit of... Yeah.
One that so like sticks in my mind, though, is the first time that I tried a Freemax Mesh Pro. And it was so like, wow, what a game changer.
Yeah, what's you?
The only one that I can think of that was close was the Twister from, is it Vape? or Free
Oh,
Max?
Twister's Free Max.
Free Max. I'm gonna say Free Max. Yeah. And you got the
Fire
the
loop.
Free Max tank, the Fire Luke on top, and the Twister 80 watt, and that was like a party in my mouth. That was amazing. That was the closest I've
Yeah, the
ever
Fire
been
Loop
to
was
the-
good, but
ever been to the Cleater.
Free Max Mesh Pro was the first one that came out, and it was so like everyone was frightened of Mesh because everyone used to
I know why. Yeah.
piss from hell from Mesh.
And
then
it was
you
it was
try
quite
that
high
and it's so
wattage as well, wasn't it? You could use it, but it were really, really good. It looked absolutely fuck ugly, but
What I always hated about Mesh was you'd be having the most wonderful vaping experience, and then for no reason whatsoever, you get kicked in the balls by Satan himself. It just hit from nowhere, just this mega dry hit. And it was just one of those things where, that's why I always like coils. You always get a bit of a warning before the coil goes, or before you're going to get a dry hit, before you're when you've accidentally not refilled your tank, you get that, oh shit, yeah, no, it needs refilling.
yeah, it lets you know.
Mesh doesn't give you that warning. It just goes, is everything fine? Is everything, you're nice. No.
Everything sort of changed on the Mesh store front for me when Freemax come out. Not Freemax, when Steam Crave came out with theirs, because you could really push that. I think I did when I did the review for it. I think I did it about 160 watts, and then I got the Satan's arse.
I still say that Steam Crate do the best rebuildable Mesh.
Yeah,
They do.
I agree. Let us know again in chat if you do. Just a couple of other people's favourite setups: Pulse V2, Nitrous Blueberry, Jam Monster, the Gayar, the Gayar 21 with the Arbiter RTA is my favourite. What, anything else? I think that's all we got. But yes, and I'll tell you as well. What I want to know, which is my own question: does any sort of like bits of vaping bring back memories? So you had a setup or you had a flavour, bring back a memory?
Oh yeah, of course. Blooming it, I remember getting me blooming tugboat V2 first, and I know where I was and everything. Another one was when I got my second True Mod. We were in Isle of Wight, and on ferry I dropped it, and all the bits and back everywhere, and that. Yeah.
There's something about people dropping stuff in Isle of Wight, isn't there?
Someone sent me a juice once and it had a white label on it. And maybe me, I said, fuck it, I'll try it. And it tasted exactly, and I mean to the note, exactly like those custard creams. And it gave me the sense of being sat back in my nan's having a custard cream and a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And it was so weird when I hit the vape. I was like, whisk back in time. It was wonderful.
What one with mine was I got a set of juices sent from Israel, and I can't remember the company. I think I've still got the bottles. I think I saved the bottles, and this was a red apple, and it were absolutely gorgeous. And I took it to the first expo I went to. And Mark had built me he did it on the toilet door in the Premier Inn, a coil to fit me Wasp Nano. So, and I had it on the Archery Nano Nugget, the Archery Nugget, which I've still got here somewhere, the little tiny mod, which went up to, I think it went up to 50 watts, and it would just, and it just going down this little dripping, it was brilliant. It brings back a lot of memories. Thank you so much for that question, Martin Saunders. Over to Darren Phillips James. Does Mr. B sell his used undercrackers after workout? Ask him for a friend.
You know, I what? Sorry.
Does Mr. B sell his used undercrackers after a workout? Ask him for a friend. Now, this is something. This could be an eBay opportunity or an OnlyFans.
It's not been done before, but if I get a legitimate request and some decent money shown up, I've got PayPal, it can be arranged.
There you go, Darren. Just let your friend hit him up, and he'll package him over with a little bit, a couple of bits of Nutella.
Yeah, Chinese, and they can make some serious money on that kind of stuff.
Well, you've got to think. There's some women who do that, don't they? They send dirty pants.
You can get
talking about Nugget. Look at that little baby.
So we're talking about Nugget. Everyone, she's Olive.
Oh, that's a cutie.
He's our newest puppy.
Mark's got snot all over his hands and he's just wiped it on his armpit. Thank you very much, Darren. I hope that helps your friend out, especially tonight when he's all alone. Last but not least, our very own Gaz McFlatcap. Ooh, squiggly line in my eye fluid. I see you lurking there on the peripheral of my vision. But when I try to look at you, you scurry away. Are you shy, squiggly line? Why only when I ignore you do you return to the centre of my eye? Oh, squiggly line, it's all right, you are forgiven. I don't think that's a question, but it's definitely from the Dead Poets Society. Oh, we've got Dancing Dog. Thank you very much for that one, Gaz. That's absolutely fantastic. That dog is so cute. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not quite sure if we're going to carry on with the questions over the next week. I'm sure we might do. I quite enjoy a few questions.
I like questions.
I do.
I like it.
If they're going to start getting perverted, asking if I'll sell me underwear after a workout, that dude needs Jesus.
To be honest with you, either that or we've got to get your shoes sorted.
I think a financial opportunity could be made here.
No, that's not the only financial opportunity for that person is a therapy agreement.
Why?
Why?
What's
The only thing
wrong
you'll be able to do with my
underwear?
undercrackers is build a sail.
Yeah.
What we're going to do, use it as wallpaper, some curtains.
Can you imagine some bloke on a desert island walking around with his undercrackers called Wilson? Come on, Wilson! It's running.
I just said that about me underwear being used as curtains. Mrs. B shouts out, "Oh, it better be a double window."
I remember when Mrs. B told me about his underpants getting nicked off the line. She put a thing on Facebook. She says, "I'm not too bothered about the underpants coming back, but can I have me 12 pegs?" Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Rochford Project giveaway. Put Rochford in, we all know how it goes. It is the keyword. Right, it is time for the deals of the week.
A message from deep within the jungle. I've searched high and low for a lot of the deals. So here from Vape, deals of the week.
Right, back to big screen. Mr. B, what have you found us? Because I must say, last week I really did enjoy your deals of the week. And I know quite a number of other people did as well.
Did they?
Yeah.
Here we go. Well, I've got some different ones. You're going to have to bear with me. This is a bit more podomatic on this one. eSig 1 are selling the Vape Fusion R-Pad. Now, the reason why I've chosen this is because I'm a great advocate of if you know someone who's smoking and wants to quit to vaping, rather than sending them the disposable route, they should be looking at things like this. And for £8.99, that is a cracking little banger.
So I reviewed this probably around about a month ago.
Yeah.
Corking little device. It is so thin. It's about this big. Now, obviously, when Lou's going on her placement or she's going to university, this is what she uses. It's got an 850 mAh battery in there. The pod itself, I think, a 1 ohm and 1.2, and you can actually buy from eSig 1 the larger pods. I think the 3.5s. So it is a corking little bit of a work banger. Comes with a lanyard if you like lanyards, but it's an absolute work banner.
For £9, you can't knock that. You just can't knock it. But if you're something with a bit more power, how about this? The Smoamp Night 40 watt mod pod kit was $34.99. Now yours for £19.99. Comes in gunmetal, stainless silver, black, and rainbow.
The S-Series coils as well from Smoamp are really good as well.
Yes, they are. I think that's for £20 again, a work banger. Perfect. Are you wanting a nice little, RTA to take to work with you, maybe to put on your mod? How about going on for our friends at Washington Vapes who are selling the Off-Rough Next Mesh Suborm Conical Mesh Tank, no glass included, however, for £15.
No glass included?
Yeah, I did find that a little bit weird, but I thought, well, there must be a reason why they're doing that. Maybe people have glasses for them. Maybe it's a standard size. I don't know.
Well, this come out, what would you say, Mark? 2018?
Yeah, something like that.
So it came out 2018. I reviewed it when it came out. Mark actually did a series on it, didn't you? Because what happened? Obviously they sent you a couple out, so I give Mark one. Mark reviewed that, and it did no but leak. And it worked out that it was a
It will
set
do
of
with
coils that had come with it. So the company got in touch with Mark, didn't they? They said,
Yeah,
right,
they got in touch with me, sent me some new coils, and then I did a sort of like a week's worth of vaping on it, and I did like a little vlog.
15 quid, it ain't bad, but it will leak with no glass. Just remember that. So,
come on, people, get your Rochford project in there. The time that this came out was the time of when these sub-ohm tanks were exploding with the mesh. Obviously, Mark talks about the Mesh Pro. You had the Raptor, which was between Horizon Tech and EH Pro. You had the Aurora off. You had the Falcon. You just had you had the Valerian, Crown.
We're Tofo now.
with Tofo. Off is off.
Well,
off,
which
off,
is
is
Smock. Smock on with Tofo.
All right. Right, so moving on to Evolution Vaping, who are selling this little clearance sale. No thanks, get rid of that. Cloud Flask by the Cloud Flask Pod Kit by Aspire has dropped
like
to $18.99.
I've got to admit, I like that.
I think that is still a cracking little banger.
I've still got mine. The wonderful Flat Cap sent me that quite a number of years back for my birthday. The only thing I would say to you, I would source out, because the way it works is there's quite a big, as it sits in the top, the pod bit's quite big. But obviously here in the UK, they stick a bung in it. And because the coils are pretty big, you end up getting a bit of dry hits from it because of that bung. It's not quite wicking properly. So I could never find a way to get it open. So I would try and source, if you do buy that, the one without the bung in it.
Yeah, but still, $18.99.
Good looking little thing. And like I said, it looks like a flask, like what you'd have your vodka in or your whiskey.
People will mistake you for an alcoholic, but...
That's what they normally do anyway, for me. We're all right.
Exactly. If you've already got that stigma anyway, it's not an issue.
It's not like
it's a talking point. Say, look, I'm not addicted to alcohol. Vaping, however, is a different story. So there you go. So there are your deals of the week. Just coming back, we've got the Hellvape Fusion R pod kit, the Smoant 40-watt pod kit, both EC1, both amazing prices. Then you've got the off-rough wash with no glass.
I still can't work out why there's no glass with it. Do you think they're selling it? They're selling the glass, or?
I reckon this is a standard size that people will probably have glass for.
I still can't work it out.
No, I can't work that out, because let's face it, that's going to be expensive if you...
It's going to be at least another £5 for the glass.
At least, yeah.
Still, if it's another £5 for the glass, it's still cheaper than 25 quid. Which is
It's a good tank though. They're good tanks.
There's got to be. I guarantee it's like a 24mm glass that every freaking mod comes with. Then you've got the Cloud Flask Pod Kit by Aspire for $18.99. So those are your deals of the week. Not brilliant, but it's something. Boom.
Thank you. That Mr. B, the deals of the week. Thank you so much. Yeah, the Cloud Flask I liked as well, and the Aura off really good.
John Paul saying
Vape Shark, the flask.
Hang on a minute. John Paul saying it means no bubble glass.
Right, so you're going to get the...
It comes with a glass, but it's not bubble glass.
So it'll come with the straight glass in the actual kit itself, but it won't come with the bubble glass.
That makes more sense. That makes much more sense.
It does. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only 18 eligible users for the Rochford giveaway. Get yourself in there. 2 bottles of amazing juice. It's been a fantastic show, lads. I've really enjoyed it.
Before we go any further, I'm really glad Harley isn't here right now. So if Harley had seen this comment, his head would have spun like a fucking exorcism. What's the difference between an RDTA and RTA? Aren't they both RDAs with a tank? Harley would have head spun at that one.
What's the difference? Obviously, an RTA, it's the way they actually wick. With an RDTA, it comes from underneath and up through the wicking that way. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, but what he's saying is technically they're both just an RDA with a tank. Technically.
No, because if it was an RDA with a tank, then all your cotton would just splurge out, wouldn't it?
That's an RDTA.
Yeah.
And that's an RTA.
That's an RTA. Rebuildable tank atomizer. This is a readable tank dripping atomizer. I can either drip with this or fill it up. Because basically that's got an RDA on top with a tank underneath.
As you're tipping it, it's wicking it. It's coming from underneath.
Yeah, that's right. It's wicking from underneath. But basically, that's like an RDA with an extra juice well.
And it's the same as if you look at a steam crave. That really it works as an RDTA because obviously it's going from underneath.
When you think about most of the RTAs or RDDTAs, or whatever you want to call them, from steam crave, they can either be a dripping atomizer and an RDA as well. You can strip it down just to have it as an RDA as well. So normally a standard RDA is where it's so like you've got a little bit of a juice well and you have to drip on top. This is very similar to how you start squonking as well. Squonking, use an RDA. Instead of dripping from the top, you drip from underneath.
Yeah.
Not quite 60 watt. You see, what do you say? Yeah, pretty much an RDA with a big juice well. No. Because if an RDA has a massive juice well, all you're going to do is flood your cotton. This keeps the juice separate from the actual
an
RDA itself, but then drips in gradually.
Is you can drip with this or you can fill it up.
Yeah, it's using capillary. Is it capillary? Yeah.
Capillary action, yeah.
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to roll your... Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do the caster's questions or ask the caster. See? Rebranding. We'll do that. You can ask these questions next week, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you so much for your questions. We're going to roll it, and the winner is Sean Morris. Do you want it? Mr. Sean Morris, do you want it?
We're just ripping everything off them. You gave it.
Yeah, we do, yeah. Well, they got most of the shit. No, well, the caster question they didn't get from me.
I feel like one of them Chinese
and to be honest with you, do you want it? You did come from me. That come from Vic as well.
Exactly.
Do you want it?
I feel like one of them
Sean,
Chinese
do you want it? Ladies and gentlemen, make sure after the show you get yourself over to the fantastic Benny Vapes. Sean, you need to get in contact with the wonderful Jay at Rochford Project. He will sort you out and tell you what to do. He hasn't got back in touch yet, but...
He has. He said, yes, please.
Oh, lovely. That's great. There you go, brother. Get in touch with the wonderful Jay. He does watch the show, so he knows who's won. Say your goodbyes, Mr. B.
Well, before I say goodbye, I just want to say a massive, heartfelt condolences to Lee Waddle's family. Rest in peace, brother. And for me, you can say goodbye for now. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Over to my wonderful brother.
Guys, it's been a fantastic show. Guys in chat, you have been absolutely awesome. Love you to pieces. If you'd like to see a little bit more of me, you can catch me on the home service tomorrow night at 7:30 with BFG and Betty. So over to my little brother.
Big love to everybody who's joined us. So much love to everybody who joins us week in, week out. I know we're a little bit sporadic, but this is 2 in a row. Let's see if we can make it a lot in a row. Big love to these two. It's always a pleasure streaming with these. It's absolutely fantastic. Big love to all our spanners who are there week in, week out, who make sure that we are safe. The UK Vape Show will be back tomorrow straight after Marky's show, so go and get yourself all lovely and fluffed and ready for the UK Vape Show. Big love to Jay from the Rochford Project and also Coil Clark for sponsoring the show. Big love to you all. And we will see you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to play an intro or an outro. I'm just going to put Les back on there. Rest in peace, buddy. I absolutely love you. Good night.
Enjoy that.